Hi everyone, it's Z. I am doing this video outside. Sorry it took me a few days, but I've been busy playing some Pokemon Go events with my husband and also been not feeling my best. And also, I've been working on all the dolls like Barbies and some antique vintage dolls and antique vintage clothes and things like that because I love all dolls, even though my childs are my main collection. If you hear that, that's gonna be playing. It's Sunday, Memorial Weekend. People are gonna be outside, but I didn't want to do this inside. So we're going. She's been having her conditioner on for I would say 3 days now, and you already see the difference. How soft it looks. I haven't brushed it. I really haven't done anything to it. I'm just getting it wet because it's more manageable to work with. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be detangling her hair. I am removing the Aussie Clean that she had on and things like that. So I'm gonna rinse her and then I'm gonna show you how I detangle her hair. And as you can see, look at how beautiful she's already looking compared to what it was. So these are the tools we're gonna be needing. Conditioner, just in case we need a little bit more, obviously. Bristle brush. Is that a bristle brush? I don't know. I forgot. I think this is the bristle brush. I don't know the name of this one, but something white. A white comb. A clip because she has ultra long hair. And a thing. What do you call these? Ammonia. A tie. And I'm gonna have a little bit of water because conditioner means it gets slippery. And she also needs a little wash. She still has a little stain on her foot, but I just washed that up once I do her hair. And she had a little stain here, but I think that's removed already. So let's turn the water off and let's get this started. I'm gonna show you how I detangle my doll's hair. So first, what we're gonna do is we're going to separate her fringe. And what I usually do is I try to find it. Let me turn this like that a little bit more. It's love bug season, guys, so you're gonna see a lot of those. So I just try to work with the fringe. Right now it's not like a big deal because we're just going to be what you call it, untangling her hair. But I just like to get like a little definition, that way they start getting used to go where, you know, they need to go where they go. All right, so first I'm going to, her hair is still soft. Now it's super soft because her conditioner been on for like 3 or 4 days, something like that. So her hair is really smooth, as you can see. Oh, I forgot to bring some scissors, so I'm still unsure about the macrame, what I'm gonna do. So then I'm just gonna run it through, same thing over here. And then we just going to start. You can either do it by parts or all at once. I just do it different methods. I went to school for cosmetology and I graduated. I just cannot do it because I have neuropathy and fibromyalgia. So when you start detangling, you want to start, let me take the macrame part out, from the bottom from the ends to the top. You see how easy that is going since she already had the conditioner on for a few days. Look at that. Same thing with the what you call it, the side parts and mid part, the ringlet girls. I do the same method, but on that one I just do it curl by curl. So now that I triangle it a little bit, we're gonna start doing it from the bottom. As you can see, my hair gets slippery, so I'm gonna be using the water, and also it helps to manage. And look at that, As you can see, it's already going through it. This is like the first step. I want to get all the knots and detangle. And also, am I gonna do a hot boil perm? She really doesn't need it, but just to show you guys how I do it, and it will make her hair more nice. So as you can see, this is how I start. I just going to detangle the best I can, and then I go back to it and I do it little by little. I think I'm only gonna do half of it because, as you know, I'm having a lot of issues with my joints and my hands, my arms are having a lot of pain. So doing this task, even though it looks easy for you, it's very hard on me and my hands. But as you can see, guys, from the bottom, from the end to the root, you start detangling, and it's super easy. You don't need to be scared. Just like doing your hair, or like, let's make it better. Maybe like doing your niece hair or your little girl's hair that you need to detangle and they are tender-headed. You're just obviously gonna imagine softly. Although my daughter said that when she was little, I used to do my daughter's hair for school. So beautiful. I even used to put flowers on her hair when she was little to go to school, like flowers from my garden when I used to braid it or do anything beautiful or anything like that. I love bows and accessories. My daughter was my little doll when she was little. She still is. I still buy her things here and there, but right now since she's a teenager, it's a little harder, but she still loves the things I get her. And now she just does her hair herself, because by the age of, I think, 9 or 11, that's when I couldn't really braid anymore. So I taught her how to do it. And my daughter is actually amazing. She's actually better than me doing hair and makeup, because I start her young. And, you know, I told her watch some YouTubes, and whatever you need questions, I show you. And pretty much that's what we're doing. Okay, guys, so you see it's almost detangle. I'm gonna go to the other side and leave it like this, because this one has the macrame and I forgot to bring the scissors. I think I'm gonna take it out, even though it's cute. I don't know, I just like childhood dollies, and I like to keep them, you know, as original as possible. But look at these, guys. It's very simple from the ends to the top. My hands get slippery with the conditioner, so I'm gonna be using a lot of water. But you know, the longer you do these, the better you get at it, and then you add your little twists and you make it your own. So for me, hair was always, I always loved getting pampered, and I used to do, I remember when I was little, I always did my mom's hair. My dad was watching TV, and my mom doesn't like TV or anything, and she just literally laid down in the sofa, and I used to do her hair while she was there, and she always fall asleep. And so I went to cosmetology school, like hair. I always like doing hair. So see, guys, it's already kind of detangled, and I'm just going through it slow, softly, and you go front and back. You hear that? That's the plane. I know this video might be loud, but I didn't want to do this inside. One, because my husband is sleeping, and then he will wake up and he'll be loud and he'll be calling me, or you know, he's a gamer, so he'll be playing games. And you know, if you're a gamer, you know how excited you get when you win or lose. He might scream, he might get mad and say things he shouldn't be saying on camera. So this is why I'm doing this outside, and it's a beautiful morning too. I spend a lot of my morning. I love to be outside, but after my heart attacks, it's very hard for me to be in the heat. So this is why I enjoy in the mornings being outside. Around 12 in the afternoon, 11ish, that's when it starts getting super hot. Okay, now that I kind of, the hair is a little more manageable, I'm gonna add a little bit more conditioner, and then I'm gonna go piece by piece. This might look like it doesn't take time, but it does take time. You need to have patience, a lot of time, and you need to be passionate about your collection, and you want to have the will to learn and adapt, and you add your own techniques. I learned a lot from my child workshop. That's a website from Kylie. Most of I know, I'm gonna have to say thank you to her website, because back in the days there weren't so many things like we have now. Everything back in the days was just her website, and then it got shut down, and it was super sad. And that's when I started my child group, and everybody on Facebook, and then everybody started doing it. Then I deleted my group because I went through something, and then I opened it back up, and that's the one that is still up. There's not many people on it, there's not much going on. I just put some of my videos to have and things like that. And then this one is a little bit more tangled, so I'm just gonna work it through. I'm just gonna separate this one that is looking a lot better, and as you can see, it's going through it. It's not as hard. And then she's gonna have some knots. But this is how I do it, guys. Look at that. And then also, if you're struggling a bit, that's when the comb comes, because you need to refine the hair, you know. And then you just check. I use the comb to break the knots, as you can see. Then I go back up and find all the knots, and all the way down. That's why you start from the end. Once the ends are detangled, it is super easy to do the rest. She has really tangled hair, so it's gonna take a little while. That's why I'm just gonna do one side. And the reason I'm gonna do the boil perm also is because, let me show you right now. Some of the pieces, like where the knots are, like this one right here that you see kind of curly, that will stay kind of like that, and I want her hair to be like nice and smooth. And here we go. So this is one part. This one is done, and then we're gonna use this one, and we're gonna see. And look at that, guys. Easy peasy. And now this is nice and detangled. So we go again, and boom. Now, because I want her hair to be kind of soft and smooth, it I want moisture, I just add a little bit more, and I brush again. Then I curl it, and I divide it, and I use a clip, and I put it on the side. And then we're gonna go to this one. If you see my bunny, is because he's out and he's trying to find out what am I doing here on the floor. He's so chilly next to me while I'm weeding, but I'm not weeding today. He must be thinking, what are you doing, mama? So on this one, I am using the wide tooth from end to the top, because as long as you have the ends of tangle, it will be easier. And that's how they teach you at school, how to untangle the hair. So here we go. I'm gonna go with this brush, and you will do your own technique. Once, the more you do those, you know, the more experience you get, and then you just add your own little touches. Like, I remember I was afraid to. My mom had a thrift store, and my own mom always be selling things. Everything. My mom sold everything. So I used to go to my mom to the auctions, and we used to buy these big lots of dolls and bins of toys, and then we used to sell it. and used to fix other dolls. And then I found out my child with my mother at a thrift store for $3. And boom, that was in 2007. It brought me back to my childhood memories. She was a blonde platinum puppy tails, and she had the white ducky outfit. I remember, like, right now I paid $3.73. I actually left it because I was like, oh, I don't want to pay that, because I used to get the bins for super cheap, like a huge bin of 8 foot for like maybe $60, and that was full of toys and things like that. But then I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and then I went back and I paid for it, and then I restored her the best of my ability. She was pretty much really good condition. She just needed, you know, a bath and things like that. And that's when I went to my child workshop, which sadly the website is not longer available, but I believe she does have a Facebook group. Alright guys, let me grab these. As you can see, everything is getting nice and manageable. I'm gonna see if I can speed up the video and maybe not talk so much. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Or maybe I just leave it just like these. And now I'm gonna go back to the one that I was working. When I like to add the conditioner while I'm working it, I like to rub my fingers through it. Not only do you find the fringe and put it where it's supposed to go, but you also break the knots and your hands go through it, make it softer, and it will be easier for, because right here is very tangled, the part that I gotta do now. So I'm trying just to loosen it up before brushing it, because you don't want to break all that. I'm on a video. I told you guys my husband was gonna wake up and talk. You hear him? That's because his Luna is there. So we're going to start from the ends to the top. Now we're gonna divide it and make sure you don't break the hair. You just manage through with your fingers, finger combing it. And then once you have a nice piece, detangle, find the knot and try to break the knot through with your fingers. That way it's more manageable and you won't break the doll hair as much. So I'm gonna separate this little knot from this hair and I work through it. So we're gonna go back to these. We're gonna get the comb. Like I said, you're gonna be using different tools and you're gonna add your way. I mean, back in the days it didn't took me this long, but since I'm having a lot of joint issues and pain, it takes me a while now. But I do truly enjoy my hobby, and it's also good to share the knowledge, because one day we're not gonna be here and it's up to the next generation to carry it on. Like, I'm pretty sure, most likely, once I'm gone, my daughter will keep one, maybe one of my kids, and my grandkids if I have any in the future, you know, and so on. And also my videos, I think that's the main reason I'm also doing videos and things like that. I don't know, I guess I'm leaving a little bit of me behind. After you get 2 heart attacks, you know, it's very scary, and you know that death is literally knocking at your door. So you prepare, you enjoy life to the fullest, you try to, you know, be thankful, and you also try to not get upset over the littlest things. Even though life is hard, it's also so beautiful, and you can create beautiful memories and things like that. But look guys, I know this takes a while, but Detangling a hair can take hours. Like right now we're on 20 minutes. Oh God, so many love bugs. That is the season. I add a little bit of water because they got a little dry. And as you can see, when you add the water, it makes the conditioner works better and the comb goes through. Now we're gonna grab this brush and we're gonna go again. This doll has a lot of knots, but just gotta be patient and do little partings. Just like that. And now this is the tangle. It's like a little knot in here. I feel it when I brush it. I have another comb right here, and you're just gonna go through it, and that's how you know when the hair is nice and untangled. So look at that. Look at how smooth it's gonna be going. And if there's a knot like that one, you just go slowly and try to get it out, because you don't want, you're trying to protect the hair. You don't want the hair to get damaged. It's always, oh my gosh, so many love bugs. It's always gonna have some, you know, little hairs that are gonna fall, because it's normal. These are 40 years old doll. They've been played by kids. Just because us old collectors, you know, that have grown up and these were childhood, we bringing them back because we cherish the memories and, you know, things like that. So you do take your time. Make sure whenever you're gonna do a project like this, you don't really have much going on. Your shorts are done. And like I said, this is a hobby for me. I always enjoy dolls. I remember when I was little, I used to make Barbie clothes because my mom really didn't buy toys for us like that. We had the money, but my mom was very responsible, and you know. But I don't blame her. We live in Puerto Rico and things were tough. So do what you gotta do. Now we're gonna go with this one. As you can see, once the conditioner is on and you go from the end to the top, you flip back and forth. Look at that knot. You see that knot right there? That's what you have to watch out for, because those little knots are the one that can break, damage the hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of conditioner and run my fingers through, because you don't want to, if you pull it apart and try to do it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have breakage on the hair, and that's how you're gonna get your frizz. So I recommend you just put it a little bit of conditioner like I'm doing, and you try to separate the knot like I'm doing. You just pretty much like that. You try to do it with your fingers, and just like that. See guys? So you try to do it. This is just my way to do it. I'm trying to avoid breakage on her hair because she is in pretty good condition. She has original hair. She's a 6'2" girl, which means her fringe hair is super thick and beautiful. They have the best hair, and I'm kind of glad that I got her. I really love her. She looks just like my Canadian mean girl, but this one is from Europe. Look at that. I'm trying to avoid breaking these, so I'm just going little by little, one by one, and you just start breaking it like that. Now that I know that I'm satisfied with it, I'm gonna go back, grab the hair, finger through it, just to make it more manageable for you. This is the part that I already did. I gotta go back. Some of the hair sometimes get tangled. So, we're doing this. Look at that. Look at that, guys. And we're still not done. This is just the other side, but you can tell already. You can see the difference on it. It's already going through, and we almost halfway there. We're gonna go and twist, and we're going to clip it there, and now we're going to this side. Let's see what I want to do. This is very tangled here, and it has the fringe, so I'm gonna go over here on the bottom. And once again, as you can see, it's tangled, so you finger through it. This is the best way how to do it. Well, this is the best way that works for me. And once again, once the hair gets a little dry, just add more water. That way it's manageable, you see. And let's add a little bit of conditioner in that little knot right there. That way I break it through without much damage. All right. And here it is. We're gonna start with this one. Little by little. You see it right there, the little knot? All you gotta do is go through it like that. And like I said, you have to be patient when doing this, and you need to like have time for yourself, because it does take quite a long time. It takes days. Sometimes it might take months or weeks. It all depends how busy you are and how many projects and things like that. I'm the type of person that I move on from projects, so I'll be doing too many and then I don't finish them. And then I go back to it, start another one. But since I told, who was it? Was it Christina? I don't know. I promised someone that I was going to do this video for her. And I am so sorry, Mama, that it has taken me this long. But I've been a little busy and a little sick. And, well, here I am. So now that I'm almost done finger combing it, I'm getting this knot kind of through it, and then there we go. It's just like a little thread. You go by thread by thread. Sometimes it's a knot like that and there's nothing you can do about it, but I'm gonna try my best to untangle it. Yay, and I did. See, you just have to be very patient. And this is how I do it before I do the comb or the brush, because that way I have the least damage on the hair. You do need patience and time and a beautiful weather day to cooperate like this one. It's gorgeous out and I'm really enjoying the day outside. I know the video is gonna be loud. You're gonna hear cars passing by, the planes, even the train, because I do live behind the train. I have the trucks behind me, and I also live behind the airport. And it's Sunday, so the neighbors are lawnmower doing their gardens. It's Memorial Weekend, so they're getting ready for barbecues, pool days, and things like that. Most likely, we're gonna have tomorrow a recreation. All right, so guys, this little knot is not manageable, so we're going to try to break it like this. It has, what you call it, like a little bit of thread, like fabric, and we're just gonna try to break it through with not that much damage. Here we go. So guys, what you guys been up to? Are you guys working on any Machios? Are you guys have any other collections? I'm really working on my Barbies, and I'm gonna try to make room to put the Barbies in my doll room instead of having them in the, what you call it, hallway. All right guys, this little one, you cannot avoid it, but this is gonna eventually gonna be a little bit cut. All right guys, so let's start doing this. Wipe tooth again. I use a lot of different tools. You know, you find what's best and comfortable for you. My husband closed the door when he came outside, and my bunny is looking like, I can go in, Mama. So he's trying to get in. Binky, come here, Binky Boo Boo. Okay, guys, so we almost done. I know, but actually it hasn't even been that long. Sometimes this can take longer. It all depends on how fast are you, and also I have joint issues. So these would have taken me maybe like 10 minutes before, 15 tops, and right now we're going on 30. But there we go. And then we're gonna go with this one. Make sure we take everything out. This was the one that had the most tangle, and the little knot's still there. But I will try to take it out soon. So now I go back to this one. Make sure I took everything out. And if you go back, there's always more. See all those knots? That. You go back and do it like this. Okay. I was working on my childhood Barbie. That's why if you saw my prior video, you saw a brunette doll in the drying. Right now I still have to, her hair looks so beautiful. It was crimped on the bottom, so I was very careful with it, and I have her hair in conditioner too for like a day or two, because conditioner brings smoothness and moisture back to this hair. This is, what do you call this hair? Sometimes I forget the words. One, because of the two languages, and two, I think my neuropathy is really affecting me. I know the word, but I just don't want to. I know the word in my brain, but my brain doesn't want to say it, which I'm experiencing this lately. So I'm getting used to all that. Let me stretch a little bit because my joints are getting tight. So guys, look at these. This one is pretty much done. This is how you know when you can pass this one through it. Look at that. Look at that. How beautiful it is. Gonna brush. See, that's the little knot that I'm still trying to work through it, but I don't want to break it. Hey, Binky. Hi, Binky Boo. Hi, baby. I love you. Okay. That little knot's still right there. I'm gonna have to break it through because it's like fabric stuck to it. There we go. Just gonna put my nails through it. Let me wash my hands. Make it easier because right now they're slippery. Okay. That's just like a little fabric knot that is with the hair. And I'm almost there. Okay, and it's out. Just a little muffled hair. And now we're gonna go back. Make sure it's nice. That's over there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so here we go. Brush again. Look at that, guys. So this is how I detangle a ultra long my child hair, piece by piece, from end to top. Lots of conditioner, lots of patience, and most of all, lots of love. And this is the last piece I'm gonna be doing because I don't want the video to be longer, and it's already going on like 35 minutes. But since this is vacation, I figure, you know, you can just go back and forth like and check what I'm doing, and then you try yourself, and then you add your own little twists and tricks, and you learn to do it your way. This is just my way, and I remember how much I wanted to fix my dolls, but I was actually very intimidated. But don't be intimidated, guys. These dolls, as you can see, are very, very resilient, and she's about to be done on this side. I'm gonna be doing another video on how I do the hot boil method. That way her hair be nice and sleek and beautiful, and to show you something that I do every so often. If you want straight hair or if you want to curl your doll's hair, it all depends. The hot boil treatment is for both things. Okay, guys, we're almost there. Look at that. This is the last one. And we're gonna go to the back. Oh, she's gonna be so cute. I cannot wait until I start taking pictures of her and her twin sister. Alrighty, now we're gonna take this little fringe out of here because that doesn't belong there. And when you go over here to the skull, that's the part that is most tangled. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just using the tooth to try to separate the parting and the fringe, because you don't want to mess the fringe up, but you also need to work it out. Like this piece here doesn't go there, so pretty much I just grab it and just take it out. The last thing is I define the fringe. See, this is all from the parting on the top because it's matted with the fringe, and it's also matted because the top part of it. So let's see how we're doing here. We're gonna use this one. Ooh, bye-bye box. From end to the roots. See that little knot right there? Gotta take it out. Over here, I try to be a little gentle and try to separate. This is easy to do. My friend, my daughter's godmother is African American. She's black, and we went to school together. And she was the one that told me that I was pregnant by my daughter. And I told her, if I am, you be the godmother. And I took the test on Friday, and by Monday I went to school and told her, hey, you're the godmother, I'm pregnant. And this is the trick they use. They just take off you of the tooth and then make this little slick thingy. All right, guys, here we are. This is the last piece. These knots are coming from the top part of the crown because I do that last. I try to be gentle. Gotta try to separate the fringe. But you also don't want to mess it with the hair, because oh my god, reweaving. Ooh, if you think this takes time, reweaving takes more time. And I don't have the patience to reweave. I start and literally it can take me up to 5 months, if not a year. I start little by little. My husband be watching TV. He loves watching TV, and sometimes we watch something together that I'm interested in, and I be reweaving the hair while watching TV. Because I always have to be doing 2 things at once. I can never just do one thing. I'm super hyping. Even with all my issues, I still go. I'm unstoppable. Well, I try to be. My body, I said I'm unstoppable, but my body has other things in mind. He's like, yes, you are unstoppable. I own you. It's okay. If my body don't tell me what to sit and calm down, I keep going things up and down, up and down. Okay, guys, so here we are. Okay, now we look at this. Now we're gonna add a little bit of water to manageable better, and we're gonna do all of the hair. And you're gonna start by the crown, because that part is always the more tricky, because it's close to the other side that you haven't untangled. So here we go. Take this out. Okay, guys, this is it. I'm gonna finish it up. We're adding a little bit more water, a little bit of conditioner, because this is the end of it. This is the knots I'm using now, is all the knots from the crown, from the top here, that I'm bringing it down, because the other side is still needs to get detangled. Okay, now I'm separating the fringe the best I can. Okay, now I'm gonna go run my fingers through, make sure the conditioner works through. And we're gonna do it again until we're satisfied, because we have to take all of the little knots out. Just like that. Turn it, go to the bottom. If you have curly hair, then this will be easy for you to do, because you already know how to manage your own hair. So now, if you're like my friend, she has no idea how to do hair, then I'm sorry for you. You're gonna have to learn your way, watching lots of videos. All right, guys, so this is it for the video. Oh, this love bugs don't want to go away. And we're gonna brush her hair down. And this is how we do it. The sun is coming out, starting to get steamy. I live in Florida, so it's spring here, but it feels like summer. It's been 98, 93. That's why the dolls get dry so fast. All right, you guys. So this is how I detangle my child ultra. As you can see, it's going through it very nicely. It's already untangled. Any part that needs more, you just go through it, like right here. And that's it, guys. This is it. This is how I untangle and ultra long my child. She has so much hair. It's crazy. So beautiful. Alright guys, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to braid it because I don't want it to get messed with the other side. Chum, chum, chum. Just a little braid, just to keep the hair separated, you know. Leave the conditioner in, and that's how you see the difference. Untangle my child doll's hair. Okay guys, so long video, but here she is, and I see you on the next one when I do a hot boil perm. Adios, besitos, ciao.